Welcome children to the fourth part of today's chapter, that is your story A Hero. So I hope you have remembered that we have already completed 3 parts from this topic A Hero. So today is the last one, the most interesting part of this story. So let's start what happened next. Okay, so before going to the fourth part of this story, the last part of this story, you definitely recapitulate the summary of the previous part. So let's have a look at your screen and read me aloud so that it will be more interesting for you, that ମନେ ପକେଇବା ପାଇଁ ତୁମକୁ ସୁବିଧା ହେବ ଆଉ ବଢ଼ିଆ ବି ଲାଗିବ ପିଲାମାନେ. The night passes without an alarm until Swami is woken up by a stir. He remembers all those stories of ghosts and devils. He hears the music of a watch, trees and insects. Swami remembers how once a ghost carried his old friend to Nepal. Then he goes under the bench and tries to sleep. He dreams of a tiger chasing him. He then opens his eyes and put his hands out to feel grandma. But no one is there. Swami starts sweating with fright. Suddenly, he listens someone is walking down. Swami fears that his end has come. So he crawls out from under the bed and hugs the person tightly. Swami bids him to cry. Then his father, cook and a servant enter and catch the person. Thus, he becomes a hero. Okay, children? So, this is the fourth part. Now we are going to study the last part of your story, A Hero. So, first, you please let me read aloud. Then definitely I will make you understand the meaning of the passages. Congratulations came showering on Swami the next day. His classmates looked at him with respect and his teacher patted his back. The headmaster said that he was a true scout. Swami had bitten into flesh of one of the most notorious housebreakers of the district, and the police were grateful to him for it. So children, you please see the words that I have kept in that passage in color yellow. These are new for you maybe. So any words, if you feel difficult, then definitely I must suggest you to please grab these words in your dictionary. So here are the word notes. You please see. First word, showering on, coming down richly or extensively. Okay. Then scout. What do you mean by scout? Scout is a person who is trained in doing acts of public service. Then is notorious. Notorious, you can say he is famous but for something bad. Okay. The next word I have kept on the screen, that is your housebreaker. What do you mean by housebreaker? Housebreaker means dacoit or robber or burglar, you can say. ठीक है पिलाମାନେ ଯାହାକୁ ଆମେ ଡକାୟତ ବୋଲି ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କହିବା. So, here are the key points. Let's read. Congratulations were showered on Swami. His classmates looked at him with great respect and his teacher patted his back. The headmaster said that he was a true scout. So children, that night he caught that burglar. The burglar who already burgled many houses, and the police were in the search of that fellow. So, ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେଦିନ ରାତିରେ ସେ କ'ଣ କରିଛି, that he beaten that burglar very hard. Okay, and that the thief, that burglar was cut by that your father, your Swami's that father, servant, cook. Okay, and the next day, congratulations were showered on Swami. Okay, when he went to his school, his classmates looked at him with a great respect and said, "Oh wow, you were done very good," because that burglar, ଯାହାକୁ କି ପୋଲିସ ହିଁ ବହୁତ ମାନେ କ'ଣ ପୁରା ଏକଦମ ସେ ତାକୁ ୱାଣ୍ଟେଡ୍ ଲିଷ୍ଟରେ ରଖିଥିଲା, ଆଉ ସେ ନୋଟୋରିୟସ୍ ବର୍ଗଲରକୁ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ଧରିଥିଲା ଲାଷ୍ଟ ନାଇଟ୍. So the headmaster also said that he was a true scout. He was a very good trained person. He was a very good guy. He is a very brave boy. So The police were very much grateful to Swami for his this heroic deed. Heroic deed means se jo dussahasiko କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରିଥିଲା ସେଥିପାଇଁ police ବହୁତ ହି grateful ଥିଲା. The police were grateful to him as one of the most notorious housebreakers of the district was captured due to his uncommon courage. Okay, Swami was thinking another thing, but all are thinking that time what? Yes, Swami had done a very good work that night, that he had catch that burglar who had already burgled many houses, and the police were in the search of that fellow. So Swami become a hero in one night. Overnight Swami कौन एकदम चुटके से जीरो से hero हो जाए, because all his classmates, when he went to school, all his classmates, his teacher, all the students, okay, his fellow mates was just looked at him, wow, said good, very great Swami, you have done a very great work. Yes or no? So children, now this part is over. Then next, see what happened in the next paragraph. See, this is your pictures that I have kept for you. You can see all the pictures here, that how congratulations were for Swami. Here in this school, teacher patted his back. Okay, here police is approaching him, that yes, that Swami had done a very good work. Okay, और लास्ट को देखो केमती से चोर को पुलिस तार धरिकी नौची. Then next passage, children, you please have a look at your screen. The inspector said, why don't you join the police when you grow up? Swami said, for the sake of politeness, certainly I will. Though he had quite made up his mind to be an engine driver, railway guard, or a bus conductor later in life. Here the word is for the sake of. What do you mean by for the sake of? For the sake of means for, you can say, or with a view to, or for the purpose of. When he returned home from the club that night, father asked, where is the boy? He is asleep. Already? Who is the boy here, children? Boy means that Swami. Okay. Congratulations for his economy. That night, the following night, he used to what? Sleep with his granny, I think. You see? So, father, when he returned home from the club that night, asked his wife that where is the boy? He is asleep. Already? That means already Swami had slept. He didn't have a wink of sleep the whole of last night, said his mother. Ma kon koile? That he didn't have a wink of sleep the whole of last night. Where is he sleeping? In his usual place, mother said casually. He went to bed at 7:30. What was the time? 7:30. So here, one word is here for you, children. A wink of sleep. What does it mean? Wink of sleep means a little sleep. So here are some key points for you. The police inspector asked him to join the police when he grew up. So police was very much grateful. He saw that yes, that the burglar, the joman jahaku ki se khojutile Swami taku dhari naichi. So the police inspector asked him to join the police when he grew up, because you are very much brave. You are a very courageous lad. Okay, so definitely police suggest that Swami that when you grow up, why don't you join the police force? We need that your kind of a boy in our group. So Swami agreed out of a politeness, but actually he wanted to be what? A bus conductor, railway guard, or an engine driver. Why, you know, children? Because they are at the zone completely without any risks. So Swami didn't want to be involved himself in any kind of risk zone. Oh my God, I don't want to be in police group. Rather, I will be very interested to join in the field of what? Maybe bus conductor, railway guard, or maybe engine driver. That night he slept as usual beside his grandmother again. Sleeping beside his granny again, father said. No wonder he wanted to be asleep before I should return home. Clever boy. Mother lost her temper. You let him sleep where he likes. You needn't risk his life again. Father mumbled as he went in to change. All right, pamper and spoil him as much as you like. Only don't blame me afterwards. Okay, here one word is here, children, for you. Pamper in yellow color, you see, please. Swami, following the whole conversation from under the blanket, felt tremendously relieved to hear his father giving him up. So first, please, you see all the words. I have already told you that a strong vocabulary will definitely make you very strong children. Whenever the word meanings, the vocabulary ଯେତେ ତୁମର ଷ୍ଟ୍ରଙ୍ଗ ହେବ ତ ତୁମର ଇଜି ରିଡ଼ିଂ ତୁମର ପଢ଼ିବାଟା ସେତେ ହିଁ ଇଜି ହେବ ଆଣ୍ଡ ତୁମେ ମାନେ ବହୁତ ସାରା ୱାର୍ଡ଼ସ୍ ଜାଣିବ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଡେଫିନେଟଲି ୟୋର vocabulary world will be very strong enough. So here are some words like your pamper. Pamper means love or adore, you can say. Next word is conversation. You know children, I think from before already you have gotten that word conversation. What does it mean? Conversation means talk between two. Okay, when I am talking with you, suppose two people are here or some people are here, they are what they just talking with themselves. This is called their conversation, or you can say interaction. Okay, तुम मो भितर कौन से भावर आदान प्रदान करिवार हुए, this is called your interaction and you can say it conversation. The next word is tremendously. What do you mean by tremendously? Tremendously means substantially or considerably. Okay, the next word is relieved. Relieved means feeling peace or feeling happiness, or you can say soothed, consoled without any hesitation, okay, without any anxiety or worriness. This is the word you can say relieved. So here are the key points, children. Swami's mother said that let him sleep where he likes and need not to risk his life again. Why, Pilamane? Because that night when father came to that home, his home, already Swami went to his bed and slept beside his granny. Okay, father देखिले कि से पूर्ण तरह grandmother पाखे ऐसे की सोई जाइची. So little bit unhappiness, gloomily he asked his wife that again that boy was sleeping beside his granny. No one is listening here to me, I think. So father mumbled that if Swami was spoiled, then there is no blame from this side, because from that newspaper article, from that tiger story, that father wanted to inculcate the good habits in Swami. Yes, I know that Swami as a boy definitely make himself more courageous, make himself more smart enough to sleep alone without light, whatever, or alone. एकुटिया सोया पे ताको अभ्यास करबे, the habit that the father wanted to inculcate in his boy. So father gave up his resolve to make Swami sleep alone, because that night also Swami was sleeping with his granny. And the father is thinking, oh my God, this is of no use to tell repeatedly that no one is listen to me. Because Swami पुण थरे कौन करुछि तांको बापांकर आसीबा पूर्वरु से चुपके से जाइंगी कौन करछि ता जेजेबा पाखरे पुण सोई पड़िछि. So father gave up his resolve to make Swami sleep alone. Okay, Swami heard the whole conversation of his parents and felt relieved and slept happily beside his granny. And Swami here seems to be sleeping, but he was not sleeping at all. He was under the blanket listening all the conversation of his parents. Bappa matangar kotha hochandi na ma kon kochandi that her wife lost her temper and just screamed on his father that why are you worrying, why are you that telling that where he is sleeping, you please let him wherever he want to sleep. Okay, why पिलामने तमे भाबो कोन पे ताको पार्टी करथिले. Before in the part we have read that word that the mother was saying that I don't have any work with that boy, I don't know about that boy, you please ask your granny, you mean to say your mother. Always that throughout the day every time that the brother used to live with his granny. So I don't have any excuses for this, you please go and ask your mother. I don't have any complain about this boy, or I don't have to do anything about this boy. But this time mother is just lost her temper and screamed on his father, husband, that why are you shouting, why are you taku sabale kahi tume कहउछ जे से कोडी सोइबो, you please let him whatever or wherever he want to sleep. Okay, because why? Because last night he could have been killed by that burglar, na? And Swami as a darling son to his mother. This time mother lost her temper and screamed on his father that you please don't say anything. So father mumbled that if Swami is spoiled, so father is thinking you are overprotective your children. I mean to say you are very much overprotective to your boy. And don't say after me words. Okay? Jadi puo tomar kharap hai na to mate pachare kichi koibani. You please go on. You mollycoddle your boy. I don't have nothing to say to you. Okay, so Swami, this thing heard the whole conversation of his parents and felt relieved and slept happily beside his granny. That this time Swami was feeling very happy that now onwards father is not going to compel me that you go to that office room and sleep alone, because now mother tanku kon karchini party kari tanku koi deichandi je taku se joti soibar achi taku soibako dio. You please don't disturb him. Okay children, bujhi hoji? See, these are the pictures how father is looking at Swami. Again Swami kon karichi before father came to his home, he again slept beside his granny. Here mother is also telling his own words to his husband, means Swami's father. Okay, and see how under the blanket Swami is listening all the conversation of his parents. Okay, and here I have taken a picture of your bus conductor, your engine driver, that Swami wanted to in his life. He was not at all interested to join in that police group, because police suggested the Swami that why don't you join that group. Swami kon kouchi, oh certainly I will, but he was not at all interested to join that police group. He was completely interested what जोटी की रिस्क जोन नथिबो कोठी माने डेंजरस काम नथिबो सेठी ही तार कोन करिवो से तार लाइफ रे से तार एम तार क्रिएट करिवो. So children, here are some comprehension questions that I have kept for you. So let me first read that questions. Definitely please take out your book and copy. You write down all the questions along with your answers. Definitely this will help you to prepare very good in a good manner for your examination. Okay. So here are some questions. Start kariba chalo. First question. How did the Swami's classmates and teacher congratulate him? Answer. Swami's classmates looked at him with respect and the teacher patted his back. Okay, ପିଲାମାନେ ମନେ ଥିବ that Swami's classmate looked at him, say that wow, Swami had done a very good work, बहुत ही बढ़िया काम करिछि, and teacher patted his back. Okay, teacher was very much happy for his boy, that Swami, because the father used to say na, if that night you will go to your granny's again, then definitely I will make you the laughing stock of your school. All the classmate students will make fun of your. So, but ebe kon hela that Swami's classmates looks at him with a great respect and the teacher patted his back also. What did the headmaster tell about Swami? Answer. The headmaster told that Swami was a true scout. Okay, scout means a very courageous boy. Okay, so headmaster told बहुत ही बढ़िया साहसी पिला ये मोर स्कूल रो. Okay, the headmaster told that Swami was a true scout. Next question को जिबा पिला मने. Who were grateful to Swami for his heroic deed? What do you mean by heroic deed? I have already explained before. Heroic deed means that you can say in Odia, दुस्साहसिक काम, that thing which is different from other work. Very bravery, you can say very courageous job that when the person will do. So who were grateful to Swami for his heroic deeds? Police were grateful to Swami for his heroic deeds. Because why pilamane mane pakao? Because the police was in the search of the particular burglar was in the wanted list, most wanted list, because he had already burgled many houses, stolen away many things. And police taku khojutila of that simple boy, a small boy that done his work very easy, simple. Se choro ko se dhori neichi jaha ki police kar kaam thila. So the police were very much grateful to Swami for his heroic deed. Next question. Why were the police grateful to Swami? Answer. The police were grateful to Swami because due to him, the most notorious housebreaker. What do you mean by housebreaker, pilamane? I have already told from before that you means a dacoit, or you can say robber, thief, रोबर जो मैंने सब रोबरी करती, जो मैंने तो चोर कह जाए, सिंधी चोर जो मैंने राति अधर कौन करती, घरे पशिकी चोरी करती. ओके, दिस इज कॉल्ड योर housebreakers of the district was cut, and that burglar was in the list of the top. ओके माने टॉप चोर से थिला जहार ना जहाको कि पुलिस बहुत ही खोजुथिला एंड दैट वर्क मेड इजी बाय स्वामी होम पुलिस तांकर कामटा को के सहज कर दिथिला दैट स्वामी. So the police were grateful to Swami because due to him the most notorious housebreaker of the district was cut. Next question. What did Swami make up his mind? Swami made up his mind to be an engine driver, a railway guard, or a bus conductor later in his life. Hope you remember, children, that I have already told. Swami made up his mind from before that jetal mo bada hobi na definitely I will be in the field of a bus conductor or maybe any engine driver or railway guard, but I will not be interested. Single bit of interest mo nathibi kon painga that I will join any police group. No interest was there in Swami's heart that yes, definitely when I will grow up na I will join in the field of this very normal job like your bus conductor, railway guard or your engine driver जो तरह के risk और factor बहुत कम ही थी वो. Okay, so Swami made up his mind to be an engine driver, a railway guard or a bus conductor later in his life. Next question. When did Swami go to bed that night? Swami went to bed at 7:30 that night before his father came to the his home. Yes or no? But because that the following night he usually what रात्रि बहुत देरी रे सोए, but that night when father was in the club he at 7:30 he just went to his bedroom and just slept beside his granny and से चाहू नथिला कि बापा आसला बेले तो देखंतु कि जे से पुन थरे कोन करछि चेई चैनल तो पुन ओडा चैलेंज दे देबे that you please go to your office room or we have to sleep alone that there. So Swami went to bed at 7:30 that night. The next question. What made father say that Swami was a clever boy? Yes, children, you please guess the answer. Father said that Swami was a clever boy because he had been asleep before his father would return home. This was the reason. Yes or no? Father said that Swami was a clever boy. Why? Because he had been asleep already at 7:30 in the evening before his father would return home. The next question. How did Swami feel tremendously relieved? Swami followed the whole conversation from under the blanket and felt tremendously relieved. I hope that you have remembered that that whole conversation by his parents was done that night was listened by Swami. He was listening that his father is telling that again this boy is a very clever boy. He is again slept beside his granny. Mother screamed on his father that why are you shouting? Laid him whatever he want or wherever he want to sleep. Okay, because the previous night maybe the burglar could have killed my darling son. So please, you don't ever try to meddle with that matter. You please leave him whenever and wherever he want to sleep. So Swami feel that time tremendously relieved. Santi hela oho that माँ कौन करचंदी बापा को बहुत ही पार्टी करचंदी that ताको किछि disturb करनी. So now I am so relieved that father will not going to say me that you please go get up and again sleep in that office room alone. So that means ଆମେ ଏଥିରୁ कौन जान पड़छ पिला माने Swami was not at all courageous in fact, rather situation. Okay, that night what happened? Situation made him from zero to hero. Otherwise, he was a very scared boy. You can say that he was a very coward kind of boy. So Swami followed the whole conversation from under the blanket and felt tremendously relieved. So children, these are the comprehension question from your chapter A Hero that I have prepared for you. So I hope you have understood whole story. And definitely I must mention in the last this final session that what we have learned from this story. So Swami as a little boy done what? that accordingly in his own situation se ନିଜକୁ manage kala. Yes or no? And what things, another things that we have learned from this story, that courage, you have to keep courage in your heart. You have to be very strong. Your willpower should be very strong, that whatever the difficulties, the bad situation will come in your life, you have to what? Face it without any tension, without any anxiety, and without any weariness. You have to stand very what? Strong. That then and there only you can face all the challenges that will be coming in your life. So Pilamani, I hope you have enjoyed this story. It is a very interesting story, very easy reading for you. Definitely, I just tried my best to make you understand the whole story. You please, I suggest you to please go through all the question along with its answer and try to answer from your own wordings. Okay, no need to copy from any kind of facts, but you have to mention your own answer, whatever you have learned from this story, what you have prepared yourself by this story. So children, this is enough for today. Thank you.